Hey there, dear YouTube community, and welcome to a special video about everything outside of the game of Spellweaver. As you probably know, maybe you found this video due to downloading it from the Android or Apple's Google Store, or I don't know, Apple Store, however it's called. Yeah, the game is freshly out for Androids and tablets and whatnot, and we actually got a new surge of players that, you know, dove into the game. And I hope, by the way, for every new player so far, you really enjoy the game. I hope so. I know I do. Been playing this game for like about a year. And there is one thing, of course, that I always search for when I, you know, start off a game, and that is for gameplay. And when I'm really into a game, I want to know like the pro scene and whatnot. So this video right here is for every new player out there who wants to like improve his game a little bit, and you know, who just wants to communicate with people, who wants to get into the community basically. And yeah, I'm gonna give you a couple of links that you should definitely check out, and I'm gonna tell you what you'll find on the links. And by the way, everything that I showcase right here is obviously also in the description below, so definitely check that out. So first thing that you need to know when you play, or when you want to get closer to the community, obviously in-game you can do that with global chat and just add people. Also the pro players are really nice. Let's exclude Cruel Tech, but he's a special kind of person. No, he's cool, never mind. But yeah, usually, you know, you can hit up pros, you can ask them anything, but I'll make a separate video on the client soon. But this one, you know, is about everything outside of the game. So what you need to know, if you play the game through the Steam client, which I do, usually people like go to the forums on Steam, but I can tell you, the Steam forums are bullshit for Spellweaver. If you want to get in touch with the community and find out about like different kind of stuff, and maybe get some deck ideas as well, then this is the place for you to go. Link in the description below. The official got something to eat right here. The official Spellweaver forum, and right here you can see the overview. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but basically what you can find is like general discussions, feedback and suggestions, balanced team discussion. This is like for more in-depth stuff, obviously. Card, decks and strategies, where you can find like new ideas for decks that people submit, or if you also came up with something interesting to play and you want to share it, then you can make your own thread in there. Help and support, community translation, and off-topic discussions for basically everything else that doesn't fit anywhere else. So yeah, that's your first stop basically, if you want to check out the forums, if you want to go get into the community and maybe even help out with some stuff, because you know, that's the balanced team discussion thread right here. They discuss like some changes about cards to make them fit better into the game. Like if some cards are too strong or if some cards are too weak, you can make your own suggestions in there, and yeah, that's basically it. And of course, decks, cards, strategies, as I've said, you know, if you got some ideas for a deck, post it in there and share it with the world. And I guarantee you some pro players are gonna look into that and gonna tell you, like, maybe you should cut this card out and put this card in and stuff like that. So yeah, that's your first stop. Second stop that I want to definitely showcase is the Spellweaver Masters. So the thing is, gonna go into that into detail a little bit more later, but the thing is, Spellweaver Masters is our monthly, how you call that? Like our monthly Grand Slam, if you will. It's basically like to determine who is the champion for the month. As you know, you can play ranked in Spellweaver, and the first 10 players, I think it is, and then there are also like, I'm gonna go into detail on later, you know, but a rough thing is like, I think the first 10 players from the ranked ladder, and then the people who got a golden ticket, which you can acquire in the game, you can do that as well. You don't need to do anything drastically. You can just sign up for the tournament, and then maybe even participate in Masters, but you need to get the silver ticket, and then you need to win a second tournament, get a golden ticket, and then you are eligible to play in Masters for, the first place gets like 250 bucks. Second place, I think, gets in-game crystals 500? Not too sure. Third place, 250 crystals? Not too sure about that either. But yeah, that is our monthly, monthly Masters. It's monthly, and the cool thing is, you can check out the deck lists. If you really don't know what you want to play, like if you amassing some cards and you don't know like the current meta or what decks are actually viable to like boost up your stats in ranked, then there are the deck lists, and they are a little hidden, gotta say. This is the front page, also link in the description below. And on the right here, you see deck lists. And let's check out, like, for example, the most recent one is the Masters Championship Final 22 deck lists. We click on that. And then we got a little rundown on what took place. Right here, and of course, who won. And then you can see right here, like, the heroes used, like, what kind of decks people played. And then you can see, like, the first player, of course, is the one who won Masters, and then you can see what kind of decks he played, like Azaris Decay, you have that right here. Here's the hero, here are the creatures, and here are the spells, and of course, the shrines that he used. And, of course, you can submit, or each player has to submit 3 decks for, to participate in Masters, and these are the 3 decks that Rinriet used. It's Azaris Decay, then right here you have Niiva Demons, and Tropical Mix, which is freaking awesome, and I also played that, by the way. Then right here we have, I think second place, Dual with Molten Passageway. Then we have Wisdom, Corruption, Reanimator, Control, that's a mouthful, definitely. And Polar Bears, which is, by the way, also really fun to play. And then, just check out Hall, y'all, we have Corruption Control, we have Rage, Wisdom Control, and Alexa Valor. So, yeah, right here you can, check out some maybe new decks. I think the people who are more below, who didn't make that many points, maybe they made like some deck, like the Spina right here is pretty interesting, this one. But yeah, there are some decks, of course, like the ones that won are like the meta decks, the decks that definitely gonna net you some wins in ranked, and the one who are further below, they might run some kind of, or some sort of meta decks, but maybe like also some fun decks. So yeah, that's your first stop, I would say, to check out the current meta decks and stuff like that. So, for entertainment, we have actually only 2 active channels on YouTube. First off, we have The Shrining. Now, The Shrining is actually a really cool, like, collective of pro players who currently, by the way, run Ivia Open, which is a cup. Sadly, you can't sign up for that anymore. That was like, I think 2 months ago, and it's still going on. It's like basically a community tournament. The winner gets like $100, and I think the second and third place get like a card pack of their choice. I'm not too sure though. But yeah, right here you can see, they post basically everything from Ivia Open Cup, like from the current one, obviously, and then you have right here Ivia Open Cup number 2. And, which is pretty cool for new players. Right here, you see some deck text, you see some basic tutorial explanation, some deck text as well, advanced tutorial explanation, speed guide, basically everything that you need to know about Spellweaver. It's about 1 year old, like all those guides that they did, but, they are basically all, like, still viable. Of course, like win conditions you have right here is still a thing. That didn't change. Or, what do we have right here? Card spoilers, of course not, but like deck building 101. It's basically like also from pro players that already won Masters at least once. So yeah, these are definitely guys that you can trust. So they know what they are talking about, not like me. Then we have the second guy, who is called Devirk, and if we check for videos, the guy is a little special kind of snowflake, I would say, because yeah, what you see right here is last week in Spellweaver, like, he makes some, I don't know, like, he doesn't really have, like, a real red thread that goes through his channel. He does basically everything. He makes, like, news for Spellweaver, like, here he discussed, like, the mobile release for 20 minutes. Then he plays some games. For instance, I think in, I'm not too sure. Crushing Fiesta is definitely like a 1 hour video where he played in a tournament. Of course, Spellweaver news, then like his insights on some heroes, like here, a little deck tech for 49 minutes, and I think he also played against the AI in that one to check it out. Played the campaign as well, and yeah, basically like his whole, yeah, like his thoughts on the game as well, basically. So that is your second check, I would say, for entertainment-wise and YouTube-wise, I would say. Third stop is Spellweaver, like the official channel, obviously. They you know, right here, that's the thing. You know, if you're new to the game and you check out, or fairly new to the game, maybe like spent like 100 hours into the game, and you see those decks, and you might think, I'm not really sure how I'm supposed to play the deck, like what cards are really how I should play, or on what circumstances I should play certain cards. Then this one is basically the one that you need. Because the Spellweaver, or the Masters Championship Final is obviously where the Championship finals get posted on the official Spellweaver channel. It is casted by good guy The Fuzz, and he basically like checks out some games. Obviously, he checks also out the final game of the tournament between the second and to determine like the first place, to determine the winner of the whole thing. And yeah. You know, if you see like right here, for instance, you see, oh yeah, this Azera's Decay deck right here. I kind of get the idea. I kind of know how I need to play this. But if you are not sure, then just check out right here, Masters Championship Final 22 main tournament stream. And then like check out the last game, or one of the last games where Rindriat plays. And you can see how Rindriat played the deck. So, another interesting thing is referral codes. So if you are, that's like before you basically make yourself an account, maybe you realize that you can type in a code, and there are certain types of benefits you get. First thing, when you type in, let's say for instance as a code Spellweaver Brazil, you don't only get 75k gold for free when you sign up, and that is not a scam, you also get a free card back. And which would be, oh wait, I already loaded it, which would be this one. You know, the standard card back, you have seen that by now, but maybe you've played against some people who have like unique card backs. Of course you can buy them off of the store, and there are some tournaments, Midweek Conquest, gonna tell you that right now. I almost play every single one of that, where you can, if you make first, second, or third place, you get a unique card back, and it changes like every week. You have two, there are two midweek conquests every week. One is on Wednesdays, and the second one is on Saturdays, between like 9 p.m. or so. You can check it out in the client, and it tells you in your time zone when the tournament goes down. And this is, I think, not one that you can get off of the store or from the conquest. I'm not too sure. But if you type in as a code Spellweaver Brazil, you get 75. If you sign up for the first time, you get 75k gold for free and this unique card back. If you type in Giotto Spellweaver like this, you get also 75k gold and this unique card back, which you can also get, by the way, from the midweek conquests. Peace Spellweaver gives you 75k gold for free and this unique card back, which is also in the rotation, which I also have from the conquest tournaments. And the Fuzz Spellweaver, of course, the guy who commentates the Masters, you get 75k gold for free and this unique card back as well, which you can also get, by the way, if you like missed it. You can also get it by winning a conquest. First, second, or third place, of course. And then the last stop, of course, is, well, I guess I made kind of a mistake. But yeah, that is one thing. Just type in Spellweaver in Twitch, and you can see some people, for example, Comziant. He is currently hosting Ivia Cup number 3 and commentates those games. And then also we have Laurent Thiel, who is a pro player, who also streams. This is basically where you find like all the pro players streaming. But I think if you type in, I'm gonna put that in the description below as well. If you type in Spellweaver Official, there we have it. Spellweaver Official is obviously the official Twitch channel from Spellweaver. And right here, right now, you can't find any videos, but that's why they post it on YouTube, of course. But if Masters are going down, and if you want to know when the next Masters is going to concur, by the way, then you can check that out in the game client on the bottom right, I think. You see like a countdown to the next Masters. I think it's also relevant to your time zone as well. And I mean, it's the same for everyone. What am I talking about? Yeah. But here's the countdown on the top right that you have like a little bar that you have to click on, and then you see how many days, weeks, hours, minutes, seconds are there are until the next Masters are gonna take place. And yeah, when you watch it, when you want to watch the next Masters live, just go onto the twitch.tv/Spellweaver official, and then you can watch the stream live. I think that covers pretty much everything. Oh yeah, by the way, there is one more YouTube channel I totally forgot, which is called, let me check that out real quick. They also have a card back, by the way. I think if you type in, maybe they have it in some of their videos in the description, what you have to type in order to get their card back. But Forest Bear Studios, the problem about Forest Bear Studios, however, they have some really cool videos. Let me check that out real quick right here. Though they kinda neglected Spellweaver ever since 2018, which fucking sucks. Maybe they see it. I would love to see you guys back in the Spellweaver scene, because holy shit. But right here you can see, by the way, the last video was like 4 months ago. But, and of course, you know, the game always changes. There are always changes to the cards. So, as further down as you go, you see some cards that are not being played anymore, or like some cards that have changed that won't fit into the decks anymore. But they have some fairly interesting decks, like Duke Reanimator is still relatively new. Like, you know. Molten Elgaron is right here, and then we have Soldiers, Zombie Army. There's also some decks that, like, still work. Azera's Control is still a thing. Valor Rage is still a thing. Lifebound Midrange still works. Care Bears, not too many changes there. Removal.deck. Jorel Control, if you play that, you're on my naughty list. Affinity, Crazy Rage, Valor Kayanu. One turn heal. Don't play that, by the way. One turn heal. Demons. Yeah, you know, like, They made some Spellweaver content on the regular, but ever since, as I said, 2018, they kind of turned their back on Spellweaver, which sucks, definitely, because they were really cool. The guy who was on the mouse, Adkist, he played really well, and they had some pretty funny commentary as well, so definitely something you might want to check out. Also, if you are more into the game, like maybe 300 hours in, and you want to see like how certain cards worked back in the day, that's also some good stuff. Oh, by the way, totally forgot. Of course, a little self-plug right here. I myself am doing still like a good amount of Spellweaver videos. I would say the most things I would do, however, are tournaments and ranked. And if you go in playlists, I'm gonna put that in the description below as well. You can find 2, or actually 3 playlists that would be relevant for you. The first one is all Spellweaver videos, which is just everything that I've ever did about Spellweaver. The second one would be, I have to find that first, would be Spellweaver tournaments, where I play like 3 different kinds of decks in certain tournaments. Mostly, of course, the midweek conquest tournaments to get like all of the unique card packs, because I freaking love those. And shut up, me. And the second one, which is probably the most interesting for every new player out there, is Spellweaver Ranked, where I play 3, sometimes more Spellweaver or games, where I try to climb up the Spellweaver Ranked ladder. And the thing about this, by the way, is that I don't hog certain decks. Like, I try to show you many different kind of decks, and as we can see right here, the most recent one is Tropical Mix, which is, by the way, one of the decks that Rinriad played in the last Masters, and he said, definitely play this, because it's awesome. Gonna leave that up to you, of course. Then right here, Azera's Decay with Basic Naiva. We have Rage Wisdom Pally, which is a deck by Vitamin Z from the forums. Reign of the Underworld. Then we have Corruption Control Pally, which is also from Vitamin Z, from the forum. Darius Reanimator. We have Heal Million. Corrupted Soldiers, Traplock, like they're basically all of those are still relevant. I would say up until, let's see, up until well, it goes back a little bit, I gotta say. I'm trying to think who. Yeah, I would say about like maybe until from Spellweaver ranked number 14 all the way to Spellweaver ranked number 36. They feature decks that would still work in ranked, and that feature cards that didn't receive too many or too drastic changes. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all there is to it. So those are your stops if you know, are new into Spellweaver and want to check out some decks, if you want to like chat with the community a little bit, if you want to check out some, yeah, of course, new decks always, or if you want to get some stuff for free, of course, you know, make sure to check out those links. They will definitely help you out in the long run. The best thing I think you could do is definitely check out the official Spellweaver channel on YouTube, Spellweaver TCG. And check out, you know, some streams from the Masters Championship. I would say Masters Championship final number 20 to 22. Definitely make sure you check those out. You know, just see what the pro players actually played and how they played. And, you know, it's been commentated by the Fuzz, who was also a pro player himself. So you get some great insight there as well. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I hope that video was helpful to you. And, you know, if you installed Spellweaver, as, you know, I can't stress it enough, one of my absolute favorite card game of all time, definitely you made the right decision. And I hope you enjoy your stay. The community is healthy, you know, you have direct connection to the pros, which is definitely something that not many games can say about themselves. Because, you know, we are a small community, but we value every player out there. And, yeah, as I've said, if you downloaded it, you made a great decision. I hope you enjoy your stay. And I hope you enjoyed this video as well, and I hope it was helpful. So, if there's anything else, by the way, that you want me to cover, definitely post it in the comments. I'm always willing to help new people out, of course. As long as it is in my capabilities, of course. And that was it. And I'll see you in the next Spellweaver related video.